Okay, sixth graders, for Tuesday's assignment, you are asked to identify opposite numbers, opposite integers, and graph them on number lines. Remember, if you have a number that is a positive number, like a positive 3, the opposite of a positive 3 is a negative 3. Vice versa, if you have a number as a negative 3, the opposite of a negative 3 is a positive 3. So opposite numbers, the opposite of positive is negative, and the opposite of the negative is positive. Then you are asked to pick those numbers and to make 4 operations with them: add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So for us to review, just a quick review on adding integers. For example, if you have 2 plus 4, remember this is just normal adding. You have 2 positive numbers and you are adding together, so 2 plus 4 equals 6. If you have 2 plus a negative 4. Remember, I taught you in class that when we are adding numbers with different signs, we draw ourselves a T-chart: negative, positive. 2 is a positive number, so it goes on the positive side. Plus negative 4, 4 is a negative, so it goes on the negative side. When your numbers on 2 different sides of the T-chart, you're going to subtract. So take the bigger number, 4, minus the smaller number, 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And you keep the sign with the number that has the greatest absolute value. So ask yourself, do you have more positive or do you have more negative? Since we have more negatives, the answer is going to be a negative. Negative 2 is your answer. Let's try negative 2 plus a positive 4. Same thing, I'm adding and I have 2 different signs, so I'm going to draw a T-chart. 2 is now a negative number, so I'm going to put 2 on the negative side. I'm going to put 4 on the positive side. On your T-chart, when you have numbers on 2 different sides, you're going to subtract. Take the bigger number minus the smaller number. So 4 is bigger than 2, so 4 minus 2 is 2. I have 2 negative, I have 4 positives. There are more positives, so my answer is going to be a positive. Let's say if I have a negative 2 plus a negative 4. Negative 2 plus a negative 4. Draw my T-chart again. Negative, positive. This is a negative 2, so it goes on the negative side. This is a negative 4, so it also goes on the negative side. When I have numbers that are on the same side on my T-chart, I'm going to add. So 2 plus 4, that's going to get me 6. Since both of these numbers are on the negative side of my T-chart, my answer is going to be a negative 6. And that is if you are adding integers. If you are adding integers. Now, what happens if you are subtracting integers? For example, if you're taking 2 minus 4. Remember, when we are adding, we use 2 words. Add, opposite. When you subtract, it's like you're adding the opposite. So turn the subtraction sign to the add. Turn the 4 to the opposite. So the opposite of 4 is a negative 4. There are 2 signs that you're making. 1, turn the minus to be an add. 2, turn the number behind the add to be the opposite. So add, opposite. So that is now become 2 plus a negative 4. Draw your T-chart. 2 is positive. 4 is negative. Different sides on the T-chart. I'm going to subtract. So 4 minus 2 is 2. I have 4 negative. I have 2 positive. So my sign is going to be a negative. What if you have 2 minus a negative 4? Once again, anytime that you are subtracting, when you read it to yourself and you hear yourself saying minus, you're going to write 2 words: add, opposite. Turn the subtraction to addition. Turn the next number to the opposite. The opposite of negative 4 is positive 4. You're making 2 marks. Rewrite 2 plus a positive 4. We don't have to put the positive sign, so we can write 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 gives you 6. Let's try negative 2 minus 4. Once again, you hear that magic word minus, so you're going to write add, opposite. Turn the minus to the plus. Turn the 4 to the opposite. The opposite of 4 is negative 4. Rewrite negative 2 plus negative 4. Draw the T-chart. Negative, positive. 2 is negative. 4 is negative. These two are on the same side of the T-chart, so I'm going to add. 4 plus 2 is 6. Both of them on the negative side, so it is going to be a negative 6. What if you have negative 2 minus a negative 4? Once again, when you read it, you hear that word minus. So wherever you hear the word minus, you're going to write add and then opposite. Turn the minus to plus. Turn the opposite of negative 4 to be a positive 4. Rewrite negative 2 plus a positive 4. If you choose to, you can put that positive sign, but you don't have to put that positive sign. Draw your T-chart. 2 is negative, so it goes on the negative side. 4 is positive, so it goes on the positive side. I have 2 numbers on 2 different sides of the T-chart, so I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2. I have 2 negatives and 4 positives. 4 is more. I have more positives, so my answer is going to be a positive 2. So that is how we are adding and subtracting integers. Now, when you are multiplying or dividing integers, remember we draw that triangle. Anytime that you multiply or dividing with numbers with positive and negative, if you draw yourself this triangle, it will help you determine the sign of your answer. So if you're taking 4 times 2, this is what you have always been doing. 4 times 2 is just simply 8. But what if you have a negative 4 times 2? Negative 4 times 2, 4 is negative, so use one finger and cover up a negative. 2 is positive, so cover up the positive, so you cover up a negative and a positive. What do you have left? A negative, so your answer gives them a negative. 4 times 2 is 8, so that's going to give you a negative 8. If you have negative 4 times a negative 2. negative 4 times negative 2. Cover up a negative for negative 4. Cover up a negative for a negative 2. Both of the signs are covered up already, so what you have left? A positive. So your answer is going to be a positive, and 4 times 2 is 8. What if you have 4 times negative 2? 4 times negative 2. Once again, 4 is positive, cover up a positive. 2 is negative, cover up a negative. We have left a negative, so the answer is going to be a negative. 4 times 2 is 8, so your product is negative 8. The rules for division is exactly the same as multiplication. Draw your triangle, cover up the signs that you have.